Hello, this is wmpyr. For today's lesson, I want to focus on a question that I received earlier. And the question was basically, how do you go from sticks to a bladed weapon? They basically said, how do you go from double sticks to double sword? That was the question that I received. But first, let's start off with more basic. Let's go from single stick to single bladed weapon, not necessarily a sword yet. Alright, so the first thing is our basic skills come from the sticks, right? Our foundation come from the sticks. One of the most foundation, basic stuff that we do is the angles of attack. So the angles of attack, let's go over real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's a diagonal, diagonal, horizontal, horizontal, and then stab. Hopefully you're very familiar with this. There's plenty of other angles of attack forms. And the important thing about doing that is when we're going to a bladed weapon, we want to focus on the second knuckle right here. Why? Because that's where the blade edge is going to be. So let me actually show you guys that. Right here, you can see with this machete, the second knuckle is where the blade edge is. So as I slash, boom, right there. So it'll be 1, 2, see, right here. It's not this punching knuckle, but it's the second one right here. So when you're wielding the stick right here, you could focus on that. Even though this is a stick, you could still focus on, okay, because you know where your second knuckle is, that is where the blade edge is going to be, right there. So you could still go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 right there. So that's number one. Please practice your angles of attack while focusing on that second knuckle. When you do go to this kind of training, please make sure that you're using a training tool, all right? Even in this video right now, this is the real thing, but I have it covered up because I don't want people to copy me using a live blade and then get injured. That's insane. So don't do that. Make sure that you're nice and safe. Protection, safety is #1 priority. Okay, so earlier we focused on using the edge. Now what we're going to focus on is the tip, the point right here. So let me do the form real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so now let's do the breakdown. Number 1 is a stab this way, and I'm coming through. Number 2 is a stab from the other side, and I'm coming through. 3 is a horizontal stab to the side. 4, horizontal stab to the other side. And then number 5 is just the same stab that we've been doing. Okay, so once again, number 1 this way, boom, 2 this way, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so this is the stab that is traditionally taught, is like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One of the things to understand is that what we're doing here is we're stabbing and we're ripping through. You may not be able to do that. So there's alternatives to that. You stab and you can change it to a slash, or what you could do is you could stab, retract, and continue the motion so that you can continue again. So you stab and then continue the motion, stab, retract, continue the motion, stab, retract, continue the motion. Because if you just stab and try to go through, that requires a lot of technique. That requires a lot of skill. You may be able to pull it off, you may not. So if you can't, you want to be able to retract and just continue the motion. So stab, retract, and continue the motion. Okay, so practice it like that. Thank you for watching, and take care, folks.